you will never be rich. Not because of bad luck, not because of the economy, and not because someone else is holding you back. The brutal truth is this: you will never be rich because of you. And in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly why. You think you don't have the right connections? Wrong. The internet has made connections meaningless. You think you need money to make money? False. Most millionaires in America started broke, working dead-end jobs or hustling side gigs. You think it's too late? Wrong again. The average American millionaire doesn't hit that level until the age of 47. The truth is, you don't lack opportunity. You lack responsibility. Responsibility for your time, your choices, and your actions. And that responsibility is the first step toward wealth. In America, people love to say the system is broken. And yes, the system has flaws. But here's the reality. In the same system where millions stay poor, millions of others get rich. So the problem isn't the system. The problem is how you play the game. The most dangerous place to be is not poverty. It's the middle class. Not poor enough to be hungry, but not rich enough to be free. And that's exactly where most people get stuck. They call it the American dream, but in reality, it's a dream built on debt. A 30-year mortgage, a 20-year student loan, and a 5-year car payment. Congratulations, you're trapped for life. The middle class doesn't own anything. They don't own their homes, the bank does. They don't own their cars, the lender does. And they don't even own their time, their boss does. Most people don't actually want to be rich. They just want to look rich. That's why they buy a new car every 3 years, wear designer clothes, and order Starbucks every morning. But ask them for $10,000 in cash, and they can't do it. Social media makes it even worse. Instagram and TikTok turned money into theater. People spend money they don't have to impress people they don't even know. And in the end, they're buying lifestyle, not freedom. This is psychology. It's dopamine spending, instant gratification. You trade your future freedom for a quick hit of pleasure today. Do you remember the marshmallow test? Children who could wait to get 2 marshmallows instead of eating one immediately grew up more successful. Money works the same way. If you can't delay gratification, you'll never build wealth. The difference between the rich and the poor isn't intelligence, it's mindset. Poor people ask, how much does it cost? Rich people ask, how much will it make me? Poor people spend on entertainment. Rich people invest in skills. Poor people buy liabilities. Rich people build assets. The poor buy lottery tickets, hoping for a miracle. The rich buy stocks and real estate, creating their own miracle. Habits decide your future, and most people have poor habits. They sleep late, eat junk food, binge Netflix, and say, I don't have time. But the rich, they wake up early, they read, they learn, they build connections, they invest their time the same way they invest their money, carefully and intentionally. Small habits compound, just like money compounds. Every choice you make, good or bad, is an investment, and it always pays you back with interest. Here's the hardest truth. You're not broke because of the system. You're broke because you choose comfort over growth. Every time you hit snooze, every time you buy something you don't need, every time you scroll TikTok instead of learning a skill, you're digging your own grave. You are choosing to stay poor. If you're not rich, it's not because you can't be. It's because you won't be. But here's the good news. Becoming rich is simple, but not easy. Stop playing the victim. Stop chasing status. Start building skills and assets. Focus on growth instead of comfort, because if you don't, you will spend the rest of your life working for someone who did. So let's get practical. What can you start doing right now to become the best version of yourself and finally build wealth? Step 1. Master your mornings. Stop hitting snooze. Wake up 1 hour earlier than usual and dedicate that time only to yourself, not to emails, not to scrolling, not to others. Read, train, learn. One focused hour every day is 365 hours a year. That's 9 full work weeks you could spend building your future. Step 2. Write down your spending for 30 days. Every single dollar. You'll be shocked by how much disappears on snacks, subscriptions, ride shares, and little things that give you nothing in return. The rich know exactly where their money goes. The poor avoid looking. Awareness is the first weapon. Step 3. Build an emergency fund. 3 months of expenses sitting in cash. Why? Because when you have a safety net, you stop making desperate decisions. Desperate people can't build wealth. Stable people can. Step 4. Invest in skills before stocks. Forget about trying to guess crypto coins or timing the market. The best investment with the highest guaranteed return is learning something valuable. Sales, negotiation, copywriting, coding, digital marketing. Skills that compound. Skills that make you harder to replace. Step 5. Build multiple income streams. Wealth rarely comes from one paycheck. Start a side hustle. Freelance. Create content. Rent out something you own. Sell something online. Each extra stream is another layer of freedom between you and the system. Step 6. Ruthlessly manage your environment. If your friends drink every weekend, complain about their jobs, and laugh at your ambitions, you need new friends. Energy is contagious, so is mediocrity. And here's the final step. Take uncomfortable action daily. Growth is never comfortable. It hurts, but staying stuck hurts more. Choose your pain, the pain of growth or the pain of regret. Now let me leave you with this. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty in rural Mississippi. She wore potato sacks as dresses because her family couldn't afford clothes. She was told she'd never succeed, that her place was small. But she refused to stay in the comfort of that system. She got up, she worked, she spoke, she learned. And now the entire world knows her name. She was no different than you. No smarter, no luckier. The only difference? She chose not to stay a prisoner of comfort. So I ask you, why not you? Why can't you be the one who breaks free, who builds wealth, who changes their entire life? The system will never set you free. Only you can.